Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades as per usual. You know what? Let's dive right into the analysis here, and I got everyone's requests for their stock symbols here, so I'll be doing the review as I go when we get to the individual names. But for now, let's continue on and let's do our analysis on the SPY. So today, another down day in the SPY, triple Q's, IWM, everything was down essentially. Dow Jones was actually flat on the day, to slightly positive, still printing another red candle, but oh my goodness, these levels are still holding. We have not broken below them. If we do break below, to me, this would mean that there will be much more downside to come. But for now, everything seems to be holding. When I take a look at the triple Qs, even the triple Qs came all the way down. Let's get on to the minute, on the minute candles here, and I'll show you. We actually came all the way down to my level here, almost tagged it and started reversing off. So this level seems to be holding for now. But anything lower than this, you might have a problem in the triple Qs. You could obviously base your trade off the Nasdaq, right? The ETF sometimes they can wick down a little bit, like the Dow Jones got a little bit of a wick, but still held its level. But for a more accurate reading, you take a look at the Dow Jones. There's still some room, right? So that's why I like to base my trades off of is the indices. But obviously we are trading with the ETF. So same thing with the IWM. IWM had a wick here, so a wick below. But managed to hold its own. And you are now getting very oversold. You're getting oversold on the 4-hour. It looks like you're resetting the cycle here, resetting the entire cycle. So you should be good and set to go higher. But I can understand as the market gets lower and lower that people are getting more bearish and more bearish and more bearish, right? So it's very understandable. And I see the whole picture, right? Don't get me wrong. Now we printed a green dot on the Dow Jones, but the indices, the other ones have not. And you are starting to cross into some red money flow here on the Nasdaq. Same thing for the Russell 2000. Dow Jones and the S&P are okay, but overall, still quite bearish. People are really leaning on the bearish side now. It's not much optimism. It's kind of all leaving. Let's take a look here, and I'll cover some things on wave edge as well. So let's take a look at wave edge on the daily time frame. So nothing on the SPY, nothing on the triple Qs, IWM, nothing, and nothing on the Dow Jones, right? Let's take a look at the 4-hour. 4-hour, you're getting some green crosses at the lows. This is a positive sign. This is a good thing to see when you're nearing some lows. MACD starting to curl back up on the 4-hour. SPY here on the 4-hour, nothing here, just a red green cross. Triple Q's nothing, and nothing on the IWM. It's really when you get on the 1-hour time frame that you are starting to see some buying. Dow Jones, you're starting to see a little bit of buying along the way down. SPY, you're now getting some strong buy signals right around the lows. It doesn't mean that a low will be in. Right, we can still go lower. Triple Q's, you're getting some nice buying here as well. And actually, another thing that I want to point out is that we are actually seeing the SQQQ. Dark pool data right here. Let me just pull it up. SQQ, or is this one not updating? Wow, it hasn't updated since April 3rd. Okay, so I guess this one's not working very well. But essentially, we're starting to see the triple Q short ETF 3 times leverage print some significant dark pool trades at the lows here. Tied. Usually, this is the tied with longs being closed on the short ETF. So a reversal might be coming soon, right? Sooner than maybe we expect. I know there's a lot of bearish sentiment right now. There's not a lot of bulls out here. So it's maybe a good place to start potentially chancing some longs. IWM, same thing. Lots of buying on the 1-hour. Now let's cover some possibilities of what could be happening on the SPY. I know a lot of people just want this thing to go straight down, but that's usually not how these play out. Now let's say we do end up going lower. But to me, like I'll give you a few scenarios of what I think is going to happen. So either we break this and invalidate the scenario, which is the bullish melt up, and we're going to start reversing lower. Now we have a significant top in place with a B wave, and this is just a truncation in a 3-wave move. And instead of getting a blow off top, what you're gonna get is this impulse down, which is which is essentially what's starting right now. And you're going to get a 5-wave move down, right? You're going to get a 5-wave move down into sea leg. Sorry, not like that. like this, right? You're gonna get a 5-wave move down, all the way down to here, and then the Fed will eventually bail out the market or do something, and then we'll start to come out of here, right? We'll make a lower low and a C leg. Some are calling for this is it, the all-time high in the markets, and we're gonna crash all the way down to zero. I mean, just for me, I just don't see that right now. When I look at the daily time frame, it just burned the shit out of the RSI. There's almost nothing left here. You could still go a little bit lower, right? But to me, it looks like it could be done here. It could be done. Now the bullish case, right? There's a couple things that could happen. Either we end here and we reverse out, or we can get a double correction. This is possible, right? We get an A, right, and then we come out of here, but we make a lower high, all right, or just like maybe you get even a double top, and then you make it lower, and then you get one leg lower. So another buy target could be achieved here at the 480s, and this is where everyone's like talking about the market going, right? We're going straight down here. So and then you get a chance to long, and then you continue, you just extend the wave 2, right? Let me just get to the wave 2 here. All you do is extend the wave 2, and then you still ultimately get the wave 3 here of the 5th wave, and then you finish everything up. So that's another possibility, but for now we're just let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's track what we have in front of us, and we are in the buy area, right? So I have some longs here, but I have stops underneath, so I will stop out if we go below here. IWM is a really good opportunity right now, risk to reward. I mean, you go a little bit lower and you just stop out, right? You get a close below here, like 191, you're done. You get out, you move on to the next trade. Okay, let's take a look here at a few more things. So we'll take a look at some individual names here. Let's start off with Apple, because Apple made a lower low today, so bringing it back down, extending the 5th wave again. So this to me looks like it's been invalidated. You cannot say that this is a wave 2, because it's gone below the wave 1. So now this is invalidated, and you just have to look for an extension of the 5th wave. It could just be technically extending, and this is just a really ugly like something like this, right? An A, B, C, and then you're just done, and then the 4th wave is done there. So you could do that. Although this did work quite nicely, it could also be a double correction, right? ABC, and then another three-wave move. Now you're finishing the 5th wave. So now you need an impulse out. Now you need to impulse out of here. So we'll be tracking this to see if the low is in, but I still have my long position. If we go anywhere below 165, I'll probably stop out, and we'll move on. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla getting hammered down here, and there's a reason we stop out of trades, right? Stopped out up here, and it just keeps on falling. Tesla is now down to 149, continuing to push lower. There is a gap fill right here at 145, so that is a potential buying opportunity. I may even take this chance to get into another long on Tesla if it gets to 146. We'll let you guys know in the Discord firsthand. NVIDIA came back down to the buy area once again, and let me see, it made a lower low, right? So it made a lower low, so this is no longer an impulse, and it looks like it's just extending the wave 4. So it wants to go a little bit deeper, that's fine. But overall, it's still in the buy area, and it can come out of this at any moment. So don't be too surprised if this is just getting ready to pop off, right? Let's take a look at Roku. Roku holding its own very well. And oh my God, look at where the price went today, to the bottom of the range at $57.32, and it just wicked up here. It is down in the after hours because Netflix had earnings, and it's not doing too good, down 4.76%. So doing quite bad right now in the after hours. So it's probably dragging down Roku a bit too. Anywhere lower with the daily close, you stop out and you move on, and that's it. That's just unfortunate for Roku. If it can't hold its own, to me this entire impulse here looks finished, and it looks ready to take off. You got bullish divergence. It could end at any moment. Let's take a look here at SMCI. SMCI bearish day today, down 3.5% or 3.2%. It continues to try to push lower. To me, this looks like you could be impulsing in a 1, a 2, Now going to 3, 4, and a 5. If this is finished, and actually can, if you get on the smaller time frames, you can already make out 3 waves here. So A, B, and a C. And this is your wave 2. So if this is already finished, let's give you guys some targets for a wave 3. So 1, right, to the high of the 1. And then there you go. So that'll be a wave 3 target. And this would be anywhere between 783 to, let's see here, 640, or sorry, 637. So anywhere here, the wave 3 could end. But really, once you get into this larger buy area, the price could finish at any moment, and the C leg could finish, okay? But you got to be careful with these shorts, because I see some of my members are shorting these with puts and calls and doing all sorts of things. If the markets rebound and continue to push higher, these will just extend the 5th wave, right? And this will have been just a correction, a sideways correction, and you'll have missed on a buying opportunity. So anywhere down here is a buying opportunity, but if it doesn't get down here and it continues to push higher, then you're just going to extend the 5th wave with a bullish divergence, or sorry, yeah, bearish divergence. So I'll be careful with these shorts here, but anyways, do what you think is best. Let's move on. Let's take a look at Rivian. That's the other symbol that someone was requesting. So RIVN, Rivian. I think we did this one last time. So yeah, it seems to be following the path here. I said it's just, so I don't like these kinds of names. I never liked Rivian, right? And it's just started with a sell-off from the beginning. So impulsing down, and then a correction sideways, and now it's just in an extended C leg, right? So this C leg is just extending here, and it can continue on, and essentially you're in this wave 3. It looks like you already potentially made a low here with a wave 3, right? So maybe this is your 3rd wave, all right there, and now you're just in a 5th wave that could end at any moment. But the problem is that you just kept going lower and lower, right? So and if you erase divergence, you just extend the 3rd wave. So this can just really continue on for like a super long period of time. All right, my labeling isn't perfect here. This is I just put the 1 here, but you could put it all over the place if you want. Make it A, B, and a C. So I'll probably fix the labeling, but regardless, I think you're just gonna keep going lower for Rivian until Tesla really finds its bottom. And the same thing for a lot of these other names like NIO. I have a position in NIO, which is unfortunate, and have to stop out of this one too. Retest it as resistance. You're in a downtrend. It's not an easy trade. And with energy like oil imploding here, it's not a good look. This thing, and it has invalidated the ABC for a wave 4, in my opinion, right? So now I think you're potentially putting a top here in oil. You might start to reverse significantly lower. All right, I think that's it for today. I'll cover that's it for today for individual names. Let's cover the TLT and some other names here. So TLT coming out of here in a nice little wave 4 looks like. So it's correcting the move down, but this could end at any moment, right? This could end at any moment. You get one more low in TLT, and I think the low will be in, and we're gonna get ready to reverse out of here, which means yields are going to come down. Right? I know there's a lot of fear right now because they're saying things that don't make sense, right? They've prepared the market for rate cuts. Now they're saying rate hikes. They don't know what they're doing. They're clueless, right? They have no idea what they're really doing. Wave 4 is in. Final 5th wave push up, and then you should be done this entire move, and then the dollar should be finished. Right, as well. So they don't know what they're doing. They're literally clueless. I don't care like what people think about the Fed. They know what they're doing. They're the ones in charge. They have no idea. They are literally like I have a better idea what's going on than these guys. Like they say inflation's going down. Okay, now it's going down. Now it's going up. Oh, now we need rate cuts. Now we need rate hikes. Listen, the charts are telling me that these guys are done. At any moment, they're going to cut rates. because something in the economy is gonna happen. Like when we take it maybe at some economic data, I haven't checked in a while, but let's check it together right now. Let's take a look at the unemployment rate. All right, now it's climbing to 6.42 million. You see a big impulse up in unemployment. That'll be a big driving factor for them, right? Let's take a look at, or the stock market keep continuously going down. That'll be a big factor for them too. Okay, now they're still doing QT. Wow. All right. Rates are super high. Inflation's coming up. Inflation really is starting to perk up. It is starting to find a bottom, right? And that's the main factor why they don't want to cut rates. But when a push comes to shove, they'll cut rates. They'll do the wrong thing. The right thing is to keep rates high and to keep pushing rates higher. But they'll do the wrong thing, like they've always done, right? They'll always pick the easy way out. They'll cut rates at the wrong time, and then boom, then we'll have a real problem later on. But the economy will be saved in the short term, and so on and so forth. Anyways, that's basically it. That's why you see in the charts the dollar has a little bit higher to go. And let's see. Let's just check on the smaller time frames. Yeah, you could say you had a 3-wave move. Let me see. Yeah, and then now you're finishing up, and you're gonna push higher. So you reset the cycle here. Now you're going for your final 5th wave up. You just make a nominal high. You could even touch 106.7, and then you'll be done, and then you'll reverse. Okay, and hopefully that'll be the top for the dollar. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's market recap. Also, the Bitcoin halving is coming soon, so we'll actually talk about maybe a lot of these miners tomorrow. I didn't talk about them today, but yeah, we'll have some big news soon. So hopefully, it'll be an explosive event. Have a wonderful night, guys. Peace.